2, 3, go.
We are live! Now we can start.
So you want to get into episode 2 here?
Yeah.
I need to start uploading images.
That's cool.
How does episode 2 start?
It's with Morghese.
Oh, Morghese.
Ray.
What do you think about that scene?
I mean, it kind of makes sense with her. She's pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
And it also
It
lays
very
the
hardcore.
foundation. Yeah, it gives you a sense of how long her and Elida have been together and how much they've been through, and and also kind of lays a sense of why they would try to overthrow her later. Right?
Yes, I hadn't thought of that. Really didn't put that together.
I like how she did it with her kids in there.
That was my favorite part. I got it. I was like, I love that Galad's there and Gawain's there, and she's
I mean,
like,
I think they covered Gawain's eyes, but I don't think they covered Galad's eyes. So maybe that's why he's
no,
like
she
such a
covers
psycho.
Galad's eyes. She like puts.
Oh, it's
her hand-
Galad? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's like right before they start slitting throats.
Uh-huh.
She's like, we can't have it. She like pats her pregnant belly, and she's like, we can't have another, secession war kind of thing. Yeah, that was pretty cool. This is a fucking badass cold open.
Yeah.
Girl, they killed that little girl. Pretty fucking hardcore, man.
So the people who killed them, were they more minor nobles in the houses? They were collaborating with
that were
her.
vying for the throne. I don't think they're minor. I think they're like huge houses that were vying for the throne.
No, I mean minor nobles in those houses were standing behind the
yeah, I think so.
and they're the ones that did the executions. Is that right?
Well, I think the little girl says something fucked up like uncle or something,
Yeah.
or something right before she dies, or she says something fucking dark, and I'm like, oh, and it's just like, this is my family member, but like when she says, you're like, holy shit, like kind of thing. Like it's pretty fucked up. I don't remember exactly what she said. I think it was something along the lines of like, okay, I'm back. You can start again.
Okay, here we go.
We're back on it.
You can you don't have to see Perrin for a while, Dobie.
I love how her costuming reflected her love of flowers from the books. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it was really cool. The
Jono.
The royal line of Andor, like how they looked in episode 2, is fucking awesome. I was just like, shit, this is amazing.
Yeah, it looked
They
really
looked
cool.
so fucking cool. The lion. What do you guys think of the lion throne itself? What's a little funny? It's like sitting on big cats.
Looks more like lioness. I'll be honest. They're not the
lion.
She probably had those made specifically because she is a lioness.
I mean, it makes sense. I've always assumed male lion because I'm a sexist piece of shit, and I do apologize.
Jono, we were discussing how amazing it was when this little girl died that she said like uncle or or whatever she said to whoever's killing her.
So, I first off was excited as shit for this. I was delighted by going back in time for a minute, and like Shanda pointed out, like, hey, it's this actress from, I forget now what the fuck it was from. Oh, from Dune Prophecy, which, by the way, Dune Prophecy could be better.
Yes, it could be better. You're right.
It could be. You know why it is? It's Brian Herbert material, not Frank Herbert material.
Okay. But it does have Travis Kimmel in it. He's good.
Is that Jimmy's cousin?
No, I think that's his last name. I don't know, but he's the one who played Ragnar Lothbrok, and he's a really good actor. He's the one who's he's the son of the Bene Gesserit sister of the
I know
Harkonnen. Like, he's the one.
You're thinking of Benny Hill Gesserit. Just walking around like,
yes.
Yeah. So anyway, but I was briefly into this scene, And this is when I went, like, probably the biggest, what the fuck? I was trying to explain to Shanda, that dumb bitch, like, that to
Why does she
some
look like
extent,
Elaine
like,
and Moraine?
Huh.
she does look like Elena Moraine. That's exactly
Royals
what I
are
thought.
often
And
related.
Oh,
that's
that's
exactly
true.
right. And also, technically, those are very related people
Yeah,
after the scissoring contract.
they like to mingle.
But this was the most unnecessary murder to my mind. Like, they dirty the fuck up. Like, why does Morghese have to be? Like, she inherited she had the blood right to it, right? She had the most connections. That's number one. Number two, she's gotten all this way, right? She's already gotten to the throne.
I
That's
think
why
it's
they're fucking
establishing
playing fealty.
that Morghese is like intensely invested in the future of the House of Andor, probably because of Elida, but also because of her.
Then show the Elida shit first. Like, this to me is just a bad way of showing politics, and it's a bizarre. Like, we like Elaine. Elaine has done nothing wrong yet, especially in the books version where she starts to get real annoying later. But like, this is Elaine has very, very much been a benign, in a very good way, non-milksop character. She's been great. And this is what the fuck she come from? Like, this is terrible.
I think there's a small piece of this that is Robin related. And I know he's not in this flashback, obviously, and he doesn't come around until much later.
If Robin's been around for 20
I think for the show's perspective, I think it's showing Morghese as this like force to be reckoned with. So it further hides that Robin is like important behind the scene. Like, we all know.
Oh, right.
We all know.
That bastardizes.
Like, I think
Robin.
It's kind of like show speech of going like, look, Morghese is fucking hardcore. You know, like before we get to she's also being fucked with, you know, like kind of thing.
Yes, Jono.
That's just my theory.
That ruins 20 years of history, though, right? Like, that means that the Forsaken have been out for 20 years.
No,
means that.
No.
What? How?
No, he hasn't been around.
Then how is it that she was doing this? What's your point there with Robin?
My point is, Robin's there later in the present. And I think the point of this scene showing her being like ruthless as fuck before Robin's around. And we keep saying Robin. We've already. Hey, spoilers! We said that a million years ago. Anyway, like.
I'm not even sure Gabriel's Robin
around. Like, it shows that she's ruthless before he's around. So when he is around and starts doing crazy shit.
Oh, it's kind of like fertile. It's fertile territory for his.
It's like throwing the throwing it off of Gabriel, you know, and making it like Morghese is fucking crazy. She'll do whatever.
But again, what is the point of like?
Again, I think it's just show.
One of the most important things, though, about what Morghese does.
We've also done.
She has, again, in a very interminable timeline, but at the same time, she is extremely important to show the hypocrisy of the Children of the Light. All right, we can show that in different ways. She's one of the most abused characters. So instead of showing her as an abused character, we're just going to make her abusive. Like, I feel like.
We didn't see what those houses did just before the scene, though. They probably.
Point, Iris Bear.
They deserved it.
Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, I'm guessing that was a brutal war, but I love how she was all motherly. She's like, all of your sins will be forgiven. Now you're going to be murdered.
DK Moon, I think Elida was making it happen from her foretelling. She's protecting the Andor line. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, I think it's like, but as a show, I think they're kind of throwing you off the trail of Gabriel later on. Like, showing her, introducing her in this way makes it, when she's acting crazy later, like, you'll be
I haven't seen episode 3.
Surprised when it ends up being a Forsaken.
I haven't seen episode 3. It's 3:18. Maybe that's the case. Maybe I'm going to bite my words and I'll be like, oh, that makes more sense. But right now, as a book reader, like, the point is, why are you offending the book readers? Like to a certain extent, why are you offending the people that came here first? Why not if that is the case, and that's a big fucking if.
This is true. Do you remember that from the book, Jono?
When they first met Elaine says like, but she says it ironically. She says it ironically.
No.
Like,
that was pretty. I think that was we're going to the hall.
No, she actually says she's never ordered a beheading from this chamber.
Meaning she's ordered beheadings.
Yeah, of course she has. She's a fucking queen. That happens. She's also never ordered the beheading of 30 different nobles who were swearing
I thought this was fucking cool.
This does nothing for me. Also, congratulations on the coral on the left.
Did you like the babies were there, Jono?
No, did nothing for me.
I thought it was hilarious.
Wish they'd been beheaded.
I love how I assume Lenny, right? It's got to be Lenny. Just covered up Galen's eyes.
Yeah, I
murder's about to happen.
I believe that is Lenny's credited.
I thought so.
So that must have been her.
Yeah.
It's a little less chatty, so it's hard to tell.
Pretty brutal opening scene. And then we get Elaine just snooping around the White Tower for no reason. Like, what are they talking about over there? Yeah. What are they talking about?
Well, I think they can hear that they're talking about her mom is there. Is that right?
There's so many dumb, like,
I don't know.
Well, I heard this in the middle of a tower intersection, like a hall intersection.
Right outside the novices quarters.
So what you don't know is Elaine has the Marauders map, so she knows where everybody is.
Yeah, fair enough. That's on me.
Okay.
Dictated from Filch, of course.
Will we get more Lenny? Yeah, of course. Later.
You're goddamn right, Lenny. I'm sorry.
Iris.
I thought that was Lenny Bear.
They should have had like golden cradles sitting next to them. That's what those lions are. Those statues are just like for the babies to sit on while she's
Rockabye Diddler.
Y'all are assuming they don't want her to hear. Yeah. I'm not. I think they are. I think they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Talking loudly about things while walking through the halls of the tower never happens in the books.
Never.
I mean, I agree with it. I think it's fine. I wasn't trying to say. I was just saying Elaine's being a snoop and has the Marauders map. That's all I was saying. Anyway, introductions happen.
Jono, what do you have to say there?
So first off, in her formal robbery, there is no way that Queen Morghese is sucking penis.
I'm not doing it informally.
I feel like sometimes you're horny, right? Like you've got your job, like you've done it, like you got to have someone like.
Well, no, I think she does because I think that collar is made out of cum, don't you?
Yes, crystallized gum. Nice lattice work. I take everything back. It also looks a little bit like a heart that's been bent at this angle.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You'll of course notice that Lord Gabriel is come on top,
they don't have hearts,
blood pussy on bottom.
Show.
Like he's got just like blood spray across him, really.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Jesus Christ! All right, we're moving the fuck on.
What do you think about all right? Stop, real quick. Legitimate question. Lord Gabriel, what do you think?
I was shocked. I was shocked when he walked in. I was like, "What the fuck? We're getting Lord Gabriel already?"
And we find out that Gareth Bryan has been dismissed. So is this Lord Gabriel Robin?
Yeah.
So
spoilers for episode 3, Jono. Yes, 100%.
Oh God!
And we'll talk about it more there's little bits in this episode actually right here that I want to talk about.
So
it's 100%.
I meant to watch episode 3, but I had to take a cat to a vet and take my wife to.
No, it's okay because we're not talking about 3 tonight. It's all right.
Mm-hmm. Abortion clinic.
Oh, okay.
For herself. Yeah, we were aborting her. She made it.
Oh, good. Okay.
No, it's bad. But
you're assuming that she doesn't enjoy sucking dick. She might.
Yeah,
Well, she
I'm
clearly
not
does.
making that
If
assumption
she-
at all.
She has an entire
fairness-
collar made of cum. Of course,
That's
she
the
likes
thing, is the
sucking
collar's
dick.
in the way. I would like
No,
to
it
assume
dips
that.
down in the middle.
Oh,
It's specifically for that purpose.
Mine's here.
okay. All right. I would like to assume that people that are engaging in sex are actually enjoying it. Would like. My dad disagrees with me. But I to me, like, this
Yeah.
whole thing is very strange from a timeline point of view. As soon as I saw it, it just. Well, when did this start? When did Elaine meet Gabriel? He's the prince consort. How long has this happened? Like, he seems. It just doesn't make sense to me.
He's compulsing
Again.
everybody left and right.
Yeah, that's
So he's compulsed at least
a lot of people.
dozen people.
Like a lot.
Oh, I've been here. I've been a while, like, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because it's not just you know me, but you've known me for 12 years.
Yeah.
Lord Gabriel showing up
Who
from
amongst
the
us does not
Westlands.
enjoy sucking dick? I've never had. I might enjoy it.
Hmm.
But I've never had it.
I mean, I feel like we all suck our own dicks, right?
Yeah.
Oh, suck my own dick.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, never, of course.
How
Answer
else
that.
do we get exercise?
But
Gotta-
she does not swallow.
Yeah.
She doesn't. That's why she has a giant. Hang on.
Cum collar?
None shall pass.
Spoiler for Jono.
Okay, thank you, DK.
Don't
I
worry,
think his
don't read,
point
don't read.
was he doesn't know if the show is going to follow the books, which I understand.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't make sense right now that Gabriel.
No, well, I mean that. Yeah,
And all right, if there's a
but
reason,
you never
for
know.
it-
It's
So
almost
what
like a pleasant
happens right here,
surprise when
Jono?
it does
So
follow.
after Galad and Gawain get introduced, which I think they look awesome. I think they're
They look
beautiful,
great, yeah.
amazing. They look super cool.
I'd eat their
Um,
dicks.
Look at that pompous douche.
Yeah,
Look,
they
he's
really
perfect.
look like assholes.
They just nailed it. Anyway,
Yeah,
Gabriel
they
comes
did.
in and Leon is like, I'm sorry, I forgot your. And then she's like, oh, Lord Gabe. Like, there's like a weird beat. She takes
There
a weird
is-
beat.
It was
So like it's clear that like Gabriel's like going,
he's doing the
you
composing,
know, like, well, yeah.
Oh,
like
to
that
me,
that
it felt
picture you
more
guys
like-
drew. Was that Grendel that you guys drew
Yeah.
it was
with
Tom's.
the
Yeah.
the Aquaman
It's Tom.
like bubble,
Yeah.
like the compulsion bubble?
That's Tom's
Yeah.
best character.
Tom drew that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That-
before he died.
That's a lot.
There it is.
Forget who. I think it's Lanfear. It's supposed to be Lanfear.
Oh man, that's so good.
I
It's supposed to
remember
be
him
one of the-
doing
I
that.
think it's supposed to be one of
That's
the wise women.
10 or 11 years old.
That's at least.
So good.
I think more.
Yeah. God, I love
I
that.
never
I
get
remember
rid
him
of it.
doing
So we
that
only
this
have
episode.
limited space.
You pulled that up fast,
It's
Joe.
true
Good
because I
job.
never get rid
You
of
should
it. I'm
see
like,
Joe's
this
penis.
just lives here, so I can pull it up
Yeah.
anytime I want. You know, just like I don't know. I mean, just for instance, like Arantino, man.
Yes.
Just anything.
We were on a relevant point, and I lost it somehow.
Talking about Gabriel and Leanne.
So I guess the point is, like, you're saying that he is kind of mid all of this shit, compulsing everyone to
Yes,
like, oh, you remember.
100%.
I
100%.
misunderstood this because I am dumb and haven't watched episode 3. As they just didn't know he was similar to like other characters. Is he Lord Gabriel? Is he Prince Consort? Like,
Well, they called
how
him-
do we
I
call
think
him?
they called him Lord Gabriel. I think that's a Prince Consort. Didn't
And
I say
did
Prince
you
Consort?
notice too? That's the first time Leanne has like smiled at anybody.
Yeah, Leanne
And
just
she's
like
like-
smiled
She's like,
at.
oh yeah,
Like,
I thought
she
that was
like,
pretty good.
I don't remember who you. She says like
Oh,
she starts
Lord
to say
Gabriel.
"forgive me," like "forgive me, I forgot your name" kind of thing. And before
Yeah.
she says "forgive me, I forgot your name," she goes "forgive me, Lord Gabriel," and like smiles,
Oh,
and you're like,
hi.
"That was fucking creepy."
Yeah.
But yeah, it's right there. So again, it happens with, and we'll get there, but it happens with Elaine later too.
So if I just
He
kept
walks
my
into the room and
natural
she's like, "Ah."
skepticism,
For like 1 second, she takes a beat and she's like, "Lord Gabriel," and gives him a hug.
you know who else takes a beat?
Who?
Morgaze. From Lord Gabriel.
There's a lot of comments, but I can't keep up with it. Squeezing the juice. Oh man. Okay. nothing in the chat is worth reviewing. Anyway, also Alina's there.
So Shoreb.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you would pronounce it?
I think so.
No, I'm talking Wendy.
Hele khoshgele.
Kunam Duzdaram.
Your ass.
Yeah.
Your ass.
I like my ass. That's all I got. Joe, next point.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Morgaze and Alina have a conversation. I mean, Alina. Whoopsie. Suan have a conversation.
Oh wait, hold on. Did you guys see that part where right before they open the doors for her?
Oh, she makes her sit outside.
Makes her wait.
Wonderful.
That was some good
Loved
comedy.
It. Loved it.
You know why that is? They actually don't like each other.
Yeah, that was pretty clear from.
Oh, you got that too. I thought I was dispelling an issue.
I thought that was awesome. The tension between the two of them was like super high. And is it just because Elaine's there and Morgaze is super concerned? I don't think so. I think it's also that her fucking advisor is Alina. And I guess for some reason in my brain, I don't like think of Morgaze as like being so combative with Suan. But
because
she's
not.
They weren't later though. They were actually kind of.
They're friendly.
They were, but it seemed kind of genuine. I don't know when later when they were walking and talking, they didn't seem like they were being assholes to each other, even though she was pissed at her.
I can't tell if this is politics, what you're doing right now, but it's disarming, like kind of thing. Like I don't understand what's happening or why you're being so like forthright and truthful with me, kind of thing.
So
because she doesn't want her as an enemy.
That's
I'm
true.
sorry, Jono.
No. I'm trying to wait till the end, which is normal for me. I struggle with the fact that like there's. It's such an annoying, like every fucking time. There's two realities, right? Like in the books, in no way would this happen. Like first off, even though Elida was actually very much in the role, like running for Amirlan, the whole point of throwing up Swan was really almost as bait to a certain extent because so many like Aes Sedai had died before her and just throw up her. And then the fact that they were known to each other as they were growing up, even though Elida was older, never really weighed much into it, other than to Elida to a certain extent. And then here we get the opposite, right? Like it's taking what we know and inverting it. So it's very tough to kind of keep like a head on it. And I'm like, would that really have made sense? And I think the answer is actually yes. I think this actually does make sense for there to be frustration and for it to carry through to the Queen of Andor. Maybe not. Especially considering
I think it's just what the show at least is trying to convey is that it's like Elida's influence on the Queen of Andor. You know, it's not just like the that relationship carries on to like who they're influencing kind of thing.
So
But then I guess, but again, another part of that is definitely that her children are in the tower. You know, like I think that's like clearly.
Do you think this?
If the opening scene said nothing at all other than I'm going to ruthlessly kill anybody that's even going to remotely threaten my daughter later, like that's kind of what they're doing. I think.
Very true, very true. But also, Elaine, as a channeler, as a like. Does it really make sense to like try to pull her out? Does like to she's not even like accepted, anything like that.
I think Alida would have been Amirlan if she didn't decide to be Morgaze's advisor instead due to the foreselling. I don't know.
I don't agree with that. Like so
she might have. I think she was like obviously up there.
She was, but like the reason why Swan was chosen is because she was the I think there were 2 Aes Sedai or 2 Amyrlins who died.
Irish spirit changed her name to Lenny Bear, by the way.
Oh, that's so cute.
Hashtag.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
All right, Lenny Bear from now on.
But I think that the reason why
your account's been pretty quiet, other than that.
Swan was chosen just
Oh,
because.
okay, there we go.
Mustard. Hard to read that and not laugh. But the reason why Swan was chosen was because the 2 before.
Wow, that's a whole tub of ogre nut.
Yeah. Yes, Jono.
Ogier, sorry.
No, you were fine. As long as you say "oh nut," I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the point is that Swan was chosen because so many, like 2 or 3 before her had died very young, and she was kind of. Yeah, I mean, read news.
Yeah, read news. Yeah.
No, but you actually, I didn't know that. I'd forgotten because I hadn't read that for a while, but you reminded me of that a few weeks ago, and so it's very in the forefront of my head now because I think that's an interesting part of the whole story of how Swan. Yeah, so when I say you're right, it's because I'm saying it enthusiastically because I remember when you pointed that out, and I thought that was cool.
It also is terrible because technically for the Aes Sedai, if they chose the wrong person at the right time, they would have had like 300 years of Swan Stench because she was very young.
Yeah.
And unless the Black Ajah killed her, just like the whole point being the Black Ajah's killed the last couple of Ireland. But anyway,
that's really what
next song.
I just wanted to note there's a bunch of white sitters. There's a bunch of sitters already. It's been like days. Like they're just like, oh yeah, they got cut in half. Let's
we're back.
Yeah, let's flood those ranks as fast as possible. We need to have sitters.
Speaking of flooding the ranks.
Well, I mean, I do like. There's like one quick thing when Elida walks in, and like the column's already back up in place, but there's like cracks. Like
and Elida notices it instantly.
Yeah. She's super judgy when she walks in.
I honestly don't want Elida to walk around my house.
No.
I wouldn't want that either. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's like when your mom's coming up to check your rooms, you're like, check mine last, and then you run upstairs and you throw everything in your closet.
And Joe is 43.
And his mom still checks his room.
She still comes over to check. Did you make your bed? Like that kind of thing. Normal
Look
stuff.
what you did, you little Joe.
Anyway, they're traveling towards Thalia Waste. That's it. We already talked about this scene. They sword fight. We
Done.
Right.
Done.
This was cool. What do you think about that, Jono? We had doors.
I think this is the best. Like I was excited by how they did the Waygate. Like
it was fucking awesome.
I'd give
finally
this,
3 seasons in.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 6.9 out of 8.
All right.
All right.
Oh, wait. Out of how many? Out of 8 what?
Oh.
Ratings. How many?
So I guess 6.9 out of 8. It should be about an 87.
That being said, Waygates. Back on Waygates.
Do you like that little voiceover thing of Loyal going so much easier than all that channeling?
Oh yeah,
I actually really
like
do.
Loyal in this entire scene. Like also, did you know that he took the leaf away?
Yeah,
yes, I saw that.
That's what Taffy was saying. That's what Taffy was really saying. Is he gives background. He does this. It's really like we're kind of getting there.
I think I've given it an 8 before. I don't remember when. I think there were some season 2 episodes I really liked, especially Egwene with the Sean-Chan. I think I gave it.
I don't think I would have. I don't think I would have given an. Except I did like episode 2 from the first season.
Yeah,
I probably would have given that one an 8, but none of the other ones I would have I wouldn't have done that
Wow.
with
God damn
any
it.
of the other ones. The other ones were all pretty lower for me, so yeah.
I think
good
it's the
point.
best.
Well,
Like, this is a very, very good. My only problem with the wig.
My mom is
is,
Dovey.
oh, Mr. Stovey, I think that's the nicest thing because my mom is almost 80. And she's still fucked.
So
Awesome.
fucking weird when
That's
you
so
say that.
hot.
I mean, are they? Uh-oh.
When you say that out loud, it's fucking weird. Anyway, Taryn notices that 2 people came out of this wig before us.
I hated this.
I hated it too. I also, well, because we know who they are, but also I was
So-
like, oh, is that Lord Luke and fucking Fael or something? You know, like in my brain, I was like, oh, that maybe makes sense later. Not
Why?
the case.
What's the point of having the supposed like best trackers ever right behind you? Yes, he's got better vision. He can actually like, maybe he can give a little more like substance to it. But I don't understand the point of Bane.
Wolverine smells the air a little bit. He's like,
yeah,
they went that
why
way.
can't they say, hey, 2 people came out, they had like a differing kind of point, and he goes, ooh, it smelled like this. Have them work together. Have them have a fucking functionality that overlaps, not that's just like, hey,
Wait, maybe it's not.
like,
Maybe it's not Alana and Maxim because he said something smelled wrong, didn't he? In that scene?
Yeah, because if it was
Technically.
he would know them. I think that's why it was the
So it's supposed to be Lord Luke?
I think so.
Probably.
or it could be, we don't know. I haven't watched episode 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know.
Because they also said something about how, or Loyal said something about how only dark friends would travel the ways with that, like, which I don't quite understand that line either, but
Oh, unless they had an Ogier.
yes.
Because only they would be safe is the assumption.
But I don't know. I don't understand that line though.
Already.
He's like, yes.
So Mr. Stubby is correct.
I mean, apparently
Mr. Stovey is correct. Yes.
that was the wrong smell.
Correct him. Correct him.
Okay.
It wasn't Lord Luke that he was like, that smells wrong. He's like, something smells wrong.
That pussy smells wrong. That's not a great start to a relationship.
Later on, when they're
The only way
flirting,
it'll smell right is if I'm in it. Anyway, where are we?
should have said,
That
"Do
was
well,
good,
Para and
Jono.
Aurora." That's pretty cool. That would have been awesome. Yeah, burning farms, maybe.
No.
Hmm.
That would be real Wyatt Man Wilds, and that's not what fucking happened.
We're still going. You know what, Dana? You know why? Can't stop talking. Can't stop talking about it.
You know what? My wife is also my wife. It's like, oh, you're gonna help me win? I'll be like 11:30.
Unreliable narrator on only Dark Prince would travel the ways. I think. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Because it first, yeah. Because
And
at
how
first
the
I was
fuck
like,
are Alana and Maxim there already? I would argue.
So that I'm not.
they're being all
losing my
secretive
fucking
about
mind.
that. They're just kind
We're
of
gonna get
like,
to that in a minute because when
All right.
when we get there, I just like what
All
the.
right. We'll get there.
But let's get there.
Anyway,
So I can say what the.
Elaine hangs out with her family for a second. And they're like, oh,
I think
hey.
she's an
And
adorable
like,
actress.
oh, Gabriel. We drank together, I think.
Uncle Gabe.
Yeah, old Uncle Gabe, you know? And then she's like,
Oh, my own.
wait, why are you guys actually here? And she's like, and Gal is like, no, I'm sorry, but you're supposed to leave. You gotta go. We're here to stay. We're gonna fuck her in this tower like for a while now.
So, what are your thoughts on our good prince consort and whatever the fuck his other title is for the other guy?
Lord Gabriel?
No, stay with the fucking 2 princes. Well, only
what
one's a
think
prince.
about Gallon
Actually.
and Goblin?
Yeah,
I liked how
Glad,
Gollum
Gawain.
flopped into a chair all like dickish and just like it was like I own this place and was just like lounging like an asshole.
Yeah.
I did like that. I like them. I think they're doing a good job. I mean, we've only seen a little bit. There's a little bit of this episode. Well, there's a lot bit in this episode. There's a lot bit in the next episode. I don't think we'll see them much after that. Maybe when the tower breaks. Spoilers: the tower's going to break this season. But
that can't be right. That can't be right. That can't be right.
maybe we'll see more of them then. I think they're doing great. Episode 3,
they're so
Jono,
douchey.
Galad's an extra douche, and it's perfect.
Galad is.
Yeah, Galad.
Is he an extra douche in the right way? Because
Yeah,
if
I
there's
think so.
certain
Yeah.
parts,
Yeah.
I'm a bit confused
valid
because
question.
Galad loses in the fight here that comes up.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Interesting choice.
It just
I think that's kind of. It already seems to me that they're kind of like highlighting Galad a little bit more than Gwen, maybe for obvious reasons, but like it seems like they're kind of showing a little more, and I think they were just kind of throwing Gwen a bone. They're just like, let's let him win this fight.
why?
I don't know. I just think that's what it seemed like that they were doing for me.
Why?
Galad only wins 2 out of 3 times in their matches. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Elaine has her own still. Yeah, Elaine's really an alcoholic, and I fully appreciate that. Like, they really highlight how much of an alcoholic she is in the show, and I really enjoy it. Whether her memories with Gabriel are real or not doesn't matter. Clearly, he was like, this is my in with her. She likes to drink a lot. I found that still in her room. You know.
I think that adds flavor and character.
Mm-hmm. Galad might have thrown.
First off, Galad would never fucking do that.
Galad White Knights like Galad would and keeps his fancy coat on. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he's doing great. She is a total
never
rush.
throw a match.
I think it's fantastic. Also, I mean, like, you know, we've seen in further books when she like clearly knows how to handle herself with alcohol.
Yeah.
You know,
I wish I were younger so I could just.
I think they were not seriously fighting, just showboating to get laid. I agree. Yeah,
But that's not a Galad thing.
Go and go win
That's
a
not a
bone
Galad
so he can also get laid.
It's a legitimate question. Did Galad lose his virginity before Morghese in the books?
Wait, what?
Do you think Galad ever had sex?
Oh, in the books,
Yeah.
but before Morghese.
Yeah.
I never thought about Galad being like a playboy.
What do you mean before Morghese?
I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he is. But in general, if he were dating someone that he actually thought highly of, do you think he would have fucked her?
Like a queen?
Like a queen.
They both had a hard on for a queen. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But do you think Galad would have fucked her? Do you think that Galad would have been like,
He
hey,
doesn't get like ruined by fucking crazy white cloak zealotry until later.
yeah, but do you think he would have been like, hey, it's our 6th date. We've been having a great time. I've made you dinner. I want to eat your pussy.
Or do you
I
think,
think this is a pretty good
I don't know.
representation of what's going on with Galad and Gwen in the books, in my brain.
So, to your mind, the whole point of Galad and Gawain is really just to like, you know what? I'm gonna pretend like I'm fucking serious.
I think
and
they're
then
enjoying
eat
the fact
some
that they're
pussy.
good-looking princes, and
I don't think that's the opposite of Galad. Galad doesn't do that.
Yeah, I thought that was, but that's okay. I mean, they're making them both total D-bags. It sets them up for something that happens later. So that
Yeah, this is not Galad. This is not like.
no, I
this is
never
not
thought about.
Galad.
That's what I'm saying. Like I never
that's
thought
why
him
I
being a
kept asking,
playboy.
what do you mean Morghese? Before Morghese? You said Morghese. What does that mean?
Oh, did I say Morghese?
You did. I was like, what?
Well, first off,
Oh, Galad would
he
not do
wants to
that.
fuck his mother. Yeah, I didn't mean.
Yeah,
Matt learns their separate moans. That's true. Lenny Barrow would say, if Andor had a thing like Malkier, Galad would have done his duty.
You know what he
Lenny
means?
That's an old Lenny saying. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Doing your
That's
duty,
good.
by the way, means shitting on a woman's
Yeah.
chest.
bring it up.
Damn it.
There,
Oh, time
where
for
is
this.
it?
Oh,
Where is
time
it?
for this, Jono.
Where there it is.
What? Okay, all right, to finish it off, while you're getting a blowjob, so that makes more sense.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's move beyond this. Let's finish this out.
All right, we get Matt getting attempted to be healed by multiple Aes Sedai. Also, this is Rima, right?
Yeah.
So she's not captured by the Shanshan anymore?
No, I guess they freed her.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. That they just kind of like.
Well, that's
Is
just
she ride back on the boat with them? Why is she there already? I don't understand. Like, what's happening?
Probably. It's the
Why
same
is
thing
Rima
with
just
Loyal and being cut by the.
Why isn't
being
she currently
stabbed with
captured
the-
by the Shanshan? That's a fantastic place to leave her and bring her back way later. Why are they just like, Rima's back? I love that character. I thought she was awesome in season 2, but I'm just like, why the fuck is she in the White Temple right now?
I don't think Elaine and Nynaeve would like the show would leave her.
Sex is not counter to Gallant always doing what he sees is right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree with it.
I think they're just making
Devane and still in the kennels when the Shanshan were beaten. Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. I get it. But she's, in the book, she's classically still captured, right? Like that's. I think it's a perfectly missed opportunity to be like, and let's revisit this character who was like horrifyingly captured in that last season or season 2, and now it's season 6. We get to bring her back as like this defeated character, or or free her then, or whatever. I don't know.
I just hate this.
Yeah, you're thumb sounding this whole scene, Jono. Like, what's going on? Why are you?
Because there's nothing wrong. What are they trying to fix with Matt in this? In the books,
see like what's going on, right?
You don't delve with this many fucking Aes Sedai. That's not what the fuck you do.
But they're trying. Hey, what's wrong with them?
Hold up. They talk about trying to like fix his mind. The Aes Sedai are, I guess, in fairness to your point, and also the opposite, notoriously bad at fucking fixing mental issues. That's why Marriage was so famous.
Showrunner's runner was saying too much dark spin people.
Mr. Stovey is right. There was a lot of blowback last season about that type of shit.
Ruby Dagger. Clipped her heels and woke up in the tower. Did she get stabbed?
Oh, no, but Loyal did. That was like that's kind of it's the same as now Jono's getting.
Oh fuck, man! Don't get us back. Don't bring us back to season.
Don't bring us back to that. Don't bring us back to that. Anyway, the point is, to me, this is just nonsensically weird. They're notoriously bad at it. And if you want to say that,
easier to keep it a secret, bring him into her rooms. Is that what you were trying to say?
Me?
Yeah. Did you mention that?
I probably said something about bringing women to my rooms, but
better.
I don't know.
Made.
It's a decent chance. I just don't like this. Like, as far as it goes with Matt, as far as it goes with like them trying to quote heal him mentally because they don't know how the mind works. That's why Nynaeve in book 13? I think it's 13. When she actually looks at Matt or at Rand's mind,
way later,
and it can take a look and like see there's like cobweb. It almost feels like it's either what.
No, she does that before that, right? She heals Logain.
But that's a different healing though. That's healing his ability to channel.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're talking about like the actual magic.
I'm talking about his mind, like the fact that she's looking at like Tau tangles and like shit like that, and actually like healing.
This is more reminiscent of like them healing him from the dagger.
Yeah,
but there's no
in book 3.
And yes, he has touched the dagger, obviously, but they're talking about his mind there like the whole time.
No, I agree with you 100%. I just think they're conflating those two scenes to kind of like put Matt in a similar scenario that he was in the books in book 3 versus book 4. I don't know.
I atrocious to me.
Matt's getting really combined with book 3, book 4 Matt in this season so far. And we'll probably, since he's going to Tanchico, tier for the books, but like Tanchico for the show.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It seems like they're taking Matt down a different path. Obviously, I mean, of course they are. They already have.
Yeah.
He didn't go to Ruidian, so like they're already doing something different with him. But I think that's what's going on with these scenes. They're just kind of like showing us similar Matt scenes that we got in a different context, sort of.
A lot of it felt like that. It's almost like they're like, here you go, here's this, here's that. A lot of this episodes felt like that. Here's this from the books. Here's a similar thing. Here you go. Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There's a lot of that.
I agree with Joe. Don't do that often.
DK Moon, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. Next scene.
Okay. All right. Next scene. Where are we at? Is that it? Yeah. Swan and Morghese have just a chat. Just a chat in the hallway.
Just a little chat.
Just a little bit of a chat. I don't know. I mean, it's meh. Like, it's interesting. They're politicking. Morghese is a little caught off guard by what Swan's trying to talk about, and then, like, basically Elaine comes up and goes, like, mother and mother? You know, kind of thing.
I think Swan did some of that because of what you said before about how she's already got it in her head that she can trust the girls and she can only trust the girls, and she wants Elaine to stay. So she's giving Morghese a little information, trying to pretend to confide in her a little bit so she doesn't feel like such like I'm not going to tell you shit. I know you're a
she's
queen.
Not safer anywhere than here. Yeah, or like she's more safe here than anywhere, kind of thing.
That's what I got from that, is that Swan's trying to still maintain some kind of connection with Morghese.
Okay. John?
I agree with this woman.
Oh my gosh.
We get Morghese with Elaine for like a minute. I think it's not too much, but I think it's basically the conversation is, Elaine, I want you to come home and you're not going to stay at the tower, kind of thing.
I mentioned it earlier. I think it makes no sense for her to want to bring her daughter home, considering that she hasn't even gotten the ring. When you think about the fact,
Lord Gabriel.
I haven't seen episode 3, so maybe that's bullshit. But right now, it's not.
I think her being there.
It's bad. I'm gonna say one.
Other than dropping off the sons to train as warders or whatever the fuck, is basically Lord Gabriel being like, Elaine's important and we need her back home to like get her.
But that could be done by first off, that could be done by Elida to a certain extent, right? Because Elida's got a hard on, or a wet on, as my wife calls it when she's alive. Like about that because of her viewing,
which she isn't
like
alive.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. Yeah. R.I.P. to my wife. That being said, like, it's just fucking, to me, it's bad writing, or bad pacing, I guess, to throw something in the face of readers and then to have it get caught the next episode. Like this kind of like, it doesn't make sense to take a novice out of the tower to allow this to happen, who is a strong channeler, who may not even be capable of, being past the sickness that will kill her, right? Like to do that.
But I mean, like, I agree with you. I think it's weird.
It's
kind of plays back on the first opening of the episode where like it shows Morghese's like extreme measures she'll take to protect her children. That's playing into what's going on right now. But like, you're right. But like, even Elaine says it in the same scene. She's just like, what the fuck? I don't want to leave. Imagine how strong it would be if I'm a full Aes Sedai and then I take the throne. Like, how much better would that be? And she's like, that doesn't matter. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, like, like it gets thrown away. And then later on in the next little heart to heart they have, she's like, okay, you can stay, kind of thing. You convinced me or whatever. And like I said, I think the only explanation is that Gabriel is fucking with Morghese, and then like maybe enough of it's worn off to where like her second conversation with her mother breaks through and kind of like she goes, "You're right. That makes complete sense. Of course."
Oh, that was easy. Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Well, then next song.
Well, we get this scene, which we've kind of talked about already, with his amazing hat.
That hat, like, yeah.
That hat. I don't know. It's fine. This whole scene is just like, let's move closer to the IO waist. But Moraine is just like, I need you, Egwene, to be my early warning system for Rand going crazy, because you're like the closest one to him. Which is, I think, carrying on the conversation she was having with Barrett on the roof, on the balcony. You know? We get more Perrin entering the Two Rivers.
It smells clean.
Yeah.
Bane's like, it reminds me of the Threefold Land.
That's her realizing it smells clean.
Yeah. Of course. So they get into town. Again, Aiel just walking around. It's totally fine. Little kids run past them. Like it's not a big deal. I don't, that part, there's little, like, again, we're joking about it with Tarvalon, or Jono bitched about it with them in Tarvalon. I can kind of, all right, but the Two Rivers is like, it's a big deal when a peddler comes to town, and there's like Aiel just like walking through the street.
Well, Loyal too. They didn't scream
too.
and run. They'd already, yeah.
Anyway, that one was weird. Yes, Jono.
I don't have to say anything. You said it perfectly. I'm just going to reiterate. That's bad. That's just bad writing, bad whatever. It's not that difficult.
No, it would have been really cool if like Perrin walked up to his little forge or whatever, and then Bane and Chaya just kind of like appeared out of the corners of the back, like of his forge. We would have been like, holy shit, that's insane.
Just say, hey, this is Evans Field. I don't know if they've ever seen Aiel, because Aiel for some reason can just play like Diddle Hole and fucking Tarvalon. That's fine.
Yeah,
like,
they play Diddle Hole. Yeah.
Be fucking like, just give one iota of respect to like a fucking reader.
They also didn't recognize his eyes.
The eyes. You have to look at the man.
I've also seen Trunks and White Cloaks at this point. The world has gotten bigger. That's true, but
like, I don't. Silly, damn it!
Hi, Brandon.
You're fired.
You guys scored this episode, dude. Not yet, Ryan.
Yeah, it's gonna be a.
We're not done talking about it. We'll score it at the end.
Yeah, we're not done yet. Clearly, it's over.
Anyway, White Cloaks. White Cloaks are there, Jono.
Who somehow walked? Cantor. I guess they're probably at a Cantor. 23 feet from our man.
He's
totally fine.
Hiding in this forge. They're not looking inside buildings. They're just trotting by.
In fairness, we have some in the books. In the books, all they did was just straight lines.
Everyone that's read the books is well aware that the White Cloaks only look ahead, and they walk in completely straight lines, and that's it.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yep.
Super normal. All right. What do we got here?
If he wants to fill our jokes, I've got him.
Oh, Perrin just sees the White Cloaks. And they head into the wine spring again, because they see Marin over here, and then they see Alana, who is very bloody.
What's happening here?
I don't know. This is very disconnected to me. Like, it's like, just as a show, I'm just like, what's happening? Like, why is she covered in blood? They say they've been fighting Trollocs, I think, but like, no one's there to heal her, I guess. I don't know. I was just like, what the fuck's happening? Why are you there already?
The only conclusion we're supposed to draw, clearly, is that she was the person in the Waygates.
Well, yeah, and then
I think that's a red herring, but yeah.
Yeah, because you don't meet the hunters until later, so are they trying to make you wonder, are they dark friends as well? or is Maxim a dark friend?
Mm-hmm.
So
like that's the only rational. They show like, hey, 2 people went through, and there is this, and
but
then
Perrin
there
has
are
been
the
around them
same.
before.
But
So it
there's the
doesn't-
same people from the city we just fucking left who are ahead of us by a couple of days. It's literally supposed to be like a fucking, if you're the type of people who pay attention, and I'll be honest, I am certainly not. I'm very fucking serious.
Right.
I am not the type of guy who pays attention. But these motherfuckers are having just erupted from a Waygate. Also, what's with her eye makeup? Why is she war paint?
She's mourning. They're fighting Trollocs, Jono.
And so you just
Well, I think that they talk about that later when they have their talk at the apple blossoms trees.
That aren't the graves of his fucking family, by the way.
Why? Well, you know what? It's okay because
Damn it!
he already had he didn't need to kill his wife and then have his whole family die. I think that would have been.
I think
that would have pushed him over the edge.
Wait, which one of those happened?
You need him over the edge. That's
so.
I got that.
This is over the edge, Perrin. Like
The stuff. The stuff on Alana's face is Ivan's ashes.
It's cum.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
She squeezed all the cum out and
so many
painted it on her face before they burned him.
Blue tint. He's gonna need to get that checked out before he died. Anyway, next song, Joe.
I've seen Chomsky close, Ogier, Aiel, meh. Okay.
Meh.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
You can't wait to give my score of your score.
I hope he gives a 6.9 of my 6.9.
I want him to yell, all is well. With the night. I know it's daytime. It's dried cum in her cheeks, Jono. I mean, you answered your own question.
Why is it blue? Why is it blue? You got to get something checked out.
Jono, why don't you talk more and stop posting from your alt account onto the screen? Because it's almost time. It's almost, we don't have time for that.
Me or shoulder wounds kind of sexy reminds me of something. Is it the Dread Pirate Roberts from the
yeah,
or are you referring to US?
Plus they always have to do this.
Because he's very sexy in The Princess Bride. Okay. Where the fuck were we? Oh, anyway, parents talking. Oh, is this true? We get a little bit of, where is that? Why is that interjected? I don't know. Anyway, Min's there.
Who is, of course, a servant woman.
And Varen and Alana. And she's basically saying, like, there's something really bad going to happen. And I've seen it, kind of thing.
I really like this idea.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about Varen being the champion for men, but at the same time, I guess it doesn't really matter.
No, yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, we needed to get Min back into the story. She's definitely not Elmondretting it, kind of thing.
Is it weird that like the last season she didn't want to be in the tower?
Kinda, I don't know. I'd have to rewatch season 2.
Yeah, I meant to do that, but I didn't have time. I just remembered, and I don't remember where her arc ends in season 2, but to me, it's just kind of like she didn't want to be there because she was in jail, pretty much, or at least a presumed jail, and then here she is back again.
The most interesting thing they said was that Alana and Maxim just disappeared after the tower battle. Like, I guess she never reported back to the Amerland. I mean, that makes sense. But it's still like having them travel the ways like one single night later, and Alana and Maxim like suddenly being there, like, is fucking. I guess they also could have traveled the ways, and then Lord Luke could also have traveled the ways, and that's what Perrin's smelling. That is possible, but it's just like, you know.
But
do you think Min recognizes any of the Aes Sedai that she claims to have seen dead? Huh. I don't know.
It's a good question, and I assume the answer is
probably not, or she would have been like, "That bitch is dead," you know, or like pointed them out. Probably.
I think she does. Hold on. Who does?
Maybe that's just understood.
When we see her point of view as she's walked up to go see, she does recognize one or two.
Only Matt knows that Min had anything to do with Leandrin / Ishmael. Yeah, that's true. It's not about Min being questionably a dark friend from season 2.
No, that's not the thing. It's just weird
yeah.
that this is what she's chosen to do. Like she's been stuck there, gets out, and then she's just, oh, cool.
I think this is part of her. This is part of her redemption arc because she said she went there to try to help where she could. So I think it's like her making up with Matt, trying to use her powers for good, even though because she made some bad decisions just to get rid of her.
She tried to get rid of it, and she ended up not doing that to help Matt, even though she betrayed him before that, you know, like kind of thing. So like, I think this is her kind of going like, this is how I make up for all the shit I did. Which makes a lot of sense, Taffy. Anyway, Matt's flirting with novices, and suddenly they're like, the princes are fighting. Let's go watch them fight.
That's pretty good.
We all thought this was going to be the scene. I
didn't think it was going to be. I wasn't shocked at this not being the scene. Jono, you're right. Because like when Matt shows up and he knocks all the swords over, I thought it was going to be like everyone's watching and like they're all watching fight. Yeah, you're right. I did think that.
Well, then you fucking lied earlier, you piece of shit. But we also think that this is going to be like this. To a certain extent, we don't really know how good they are as far as like fighting, right? They haven't trained against warriors.
Yeah, because they're just playing with each other. Yeah.
Which I love to watch.
Really good.
Wait, there's a very important image. That's close.
That's Here it is.
That's very. Yes. Yes. Oh my god.
His fucking face. By the way, this is like Taffy right here.
Hold on a second. I'm getting a show.
Left arm shoves him down.
Wait, stand by. I'm getting a show. I'm getting. There's someone dancing for me.
They're dancing for you? That's interesting.
Thanks. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
All right, Galad's arm shoves him downwards. Gawyn's arm flies in front of his face. This is like 1 fucking millisecond between that happening. And I'm so glad you got it because it's really hard. It's really hard to get out. Like I was like going back and forth and trying to like. I was like, God damn it! This is not what Taffy wanted.
The arms just like this and the face is so good. Oh my god.
It's so good. Oh man. All right. Well, and they're all watching, and Matt's like, I didn't think this was your jam, Nynaeve. And Nynaeve's like, I think this is everybody's jam.
That was a good
I'm ready to leave land in the dust.
Wait, Jono?
These two little prince boys.
Do you know the difference between jam
and
marmalade?
Oh, marmalade. No, what's the difference? Tell us.
Should have people?
I can't marmalade my dick down your throat.
Yes.
Whoa.
Oh, what was the banner you put? Yes.
Oh, should have had people watching. That's a comment on episode 3. They're truly, really being true to Gawyn's character in the series. I agree. He's a complete douche. Anyway, we get Siwan locking her fucking little box, which I thought was really cool.
That was
very
cool.
subtle nod to the books.
That. Yeah,
I like that.
I
love watching a woman lock her box.
I mean, anytime a woman locks her boxes, I think it's fascinating. But Swan brings Nynaeve and Elaine into her study to be like, you guys are going to be my fucking hounds, bitch. You know? I think she said bitch after that.
Yeah,
That's
and
correct.
I like how
she said
she's and
bitches.
Nynaeve's like, I don't know how we can even trust you. She's like, that's actually perfect.
Yeah.
I want you to have that attitude. It was awesome. I liked it. But this is where Nynaeve, like, she starts to be like, oh, this is something I can actually do. I'm totally into this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And she's
yeah,
like,
so far,
she just goes for it right away.
she's
And
been a useless
I mean,
character.
I know
and all of a
that
sudden,
is that later in this episode or is that the next episode? But I mean, like they have a kind of like a weird conversation, and Nynaeve's like, "Fuck you, Elaine," and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, it's
Just-
when she
just
thinks
'cause she said
that
she has to leave, but she doesn't leave. You know, I don't know. I thought it was weird.
yeah.
But again, I think it's the next episode. But another discussion with Perrin. Oh, so this is Marin Alvear telling Perrin basically that like the White Cloaks are here for you, blah blah blah, and he's like, well, I'll just turn myself in, kind of thing. So just like a real brief scene of them continuing to talk in the wine spring, and then there's
I still don't
there's
know how I
these
feel
dream sequences
about-
with Lanfear.
Lanford dressed up as Rena.
Yeah, that's dark as shit.
Which is crazy because they actually made her look like Rena. Like at first you like, oh, they brought Rena back for the show, but then you look again, you see it's actually Lanfear dressed up as her.
Is it?
Or is him, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Wait a minute. No, I should say her because
Rena,
Rena's
the character, is
Rena's a woman character, but the actor, sorry. Yes.
Mhm.
As we discussed at length.
Get your
last
shit
time.
right.
I know,
Get
I'm
your
sorry.
shit together.
Yeah. If there's
This is
one
cool.
thing that podcast is good at,
I love
Yes, we
Lanfear
do not-
fucking with Rand and Egwene in their dreams.
yeah, that's like a weird
cool.
three-way
was
you
cr-
never know you want.
But also, it's like while she's talking to Rand, it's kind of like flashing to her still strangling Egwene. Like she's kind
Yeah.
of doing it simultaneously, which is like fucking crazy.
It
like,
is.
I
There
don't think
was
I don't think it's meant to be like simultaneous, but like
simultaneous.
just continually happening.
Multi-anus? Okay.
But like
Simultaneous, yeah.
the problem I have with this scene is that Lanfear, just like the Lan, Moraine, and Lanfear hanging out on a goddamn balcony talking about the best way to like drive the Dragon Reborn in a certain direction or whatever. This is the scene where Lanfear is like, well, how am I supposed to protect you against the fucking Forsaken if you don't tell me what's going on? And I just wanted to be like, because you're a fucking Forsaken.
Oh,
what
right.
the fuck? Like, why is Rand not just going like, because you're one of them? That's why I'm not telling you what I'm doing. Like, it was just
No.
mind-blowing that they were like continuing down this path in the way that they're doing. Like, I don't know. For instance, I don't think we're gonna get Kylie fat rolls Lanfear in disguise in the IO Waste because like Lanfear's just out in the open working with them and helping them and like talking to them like it's normal, which is just crazy.
I
But they're just like, let's talk to us for a second. Jono? Yeah.
So I had a point earlier.
Mhm.
First off, if I don't get Kylie fat girl
Fat rolls?
fat
Yeah.
rolls, I'm gonna be upset because I think that's a wonderful fucking character, and she's just a fucking delight.
Sure.
Secondly, I forgot the other point.
Oh, you're batting 1,000 tonight.
Probably not that high.
Pretty high.
Oh,
I think you're
What do
doing
you think?
great. You're doing great, Jono.
You're doing great, Jono.
It's fine.
yes. I'm gonna go move a fridge and shit later.
Your
But,
washer
fridge.
too.
All right, so we get Egwene getting strangled simultaneously while she's talking to Rand.
Oh
and then
shit! Now I remember my point.
She separates. Yes, Jono?
We had seen in an earlier
I love that
scene
you
with
hold your
her
hand.
and
It makes me very
her and
happy.
Moraine. Her and Moraine about the fact that Egwene kept having these fucking bruises on her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so like my first note was, well, that's a weird autoerotic asphyxiation, also known
Mm-hmm.
as probably going to be relevant. And then it ends up, it's really fucking funny. Lanfear has been, as we just mentioned, choking her every night. Like, when you really think about it,
Just
Lanfear,
fucking giving her nightmares.
that's how
Yeah, it's
dark
Natasha
this
in
bitch
Rena
is.
costume. Interesting. I did not know
That's how dark this bitch is. Is
I
that
need
she
to relook
is
at that scene again.
willing to go into someone's dream every night and choke her out
It's
such
the
that
only way it's Lanfear.
yeah, leave her alone.
Dude is actually in love with her. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, like Rand, the reason Rand's sitting because
That's a good
like
point.
yeah, their relationship's very different in the show. So like
Yeah.
it's not like they had time together in real life. It wasn't just Lanfear in his fucking dreams the whole goddamn time.
Yeah, he fucked her in an inn. Like
Well, we
6
also
different
have
rooms.
Egwene and Rand are still together, really. So like this is an interesting dynamic, and I'm watching it unfold, and I like it.
Speaking of unfolding,
I think
What's
there'll be a break with them when he finds out that she's been torturing Egwene in Teleranrad. Or in her dreams. I'm sorry, she's not in Teleranrad. She's going into her dreams.
Showed up and offered to protect me from the other Forsaken. I'd probably just roll with it too. I mean, well, also to that point, I don't think Rand is rolling with it. Obviously, he's not telling her everything. She's trying to get it out of him, and he's not revealing it.
yeah, but he's just letting it happen.
Yeah, just gotta let it happen.
So at the end of Egwene's PTSD dream, she sees
she transports the IO waste. Is it Amis?
Yeah.
Is it bear?
Well, I mean,
is it Amis or bear?
Well, to me, because she's this is the scene when she dreams that about when she used to be a maiden, right?
Yeah, that's got to be Amis. If you tell me this is not Amis, that's just the dumbest.
Yeah, I just don't remember them. I don't remember them introducing themselves by their names, but I think
pretty sure.
Yeah,
pretty sure it's bear.
Why the fuck would you do that? Like,
yeah, it's bear.
Again,
it's bear.
Why the fuck would you do that? Like, it's already Amis in the show. It's all. I'm sorry. Wow. Fuck no. Like, this already exists in so many different ways. Why? Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Amis isn't cast. I don't think. I mean, like, do we have Amis?
You do. You've given her a fucking different name that already. Like, why the fuck are you?
We're combining characters, Jono. This is their Amis. Amis Bear.
A bear back?
Iris Bear. Change your name from Lenny Bear to Amis Bear.
Yes, immediately. Amis Bear.
This is an instant, just like, why? Why have you fucking done this? It doesn't make sense.
I mean,
don't give me an idea.
I don't. It's Bear. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
The official explanation is that when they decided they needed to consolidate to one of Imi/Bear, they already cast Bear, so they just went with Bear.
Change her name. Fuck right off.
I mean,
fuck.
I think I heard the plan was to have two characters, but something happened with the casting. They had to pivot. Okay.
Would they fall
also
into each other? Which I'd watch.
Like Wayne watches the igloo scene live now, canon. I just like how the word canon's just on the end of that comment, like canon.
I wonder there's gonna have to be something if her and Rand are still together. There's gonna have to be something more than her just deciding to go and something bad's gonna have to happen for.
Yeah.
Exhausting.
Your faith in me to remember new passwords is astounding. That was a new password.
That was good.
I would have preferred Amy's name. I agree. I would have preferred Amy's. Like, if you're gonna get rid of one of them, name one.
Yeah.
I would have preferred Amy's. But that being said, maybe they already filmed some scenes. Well, they called her Bear. It's called ADR. You know, you just gotta like. It's just like when they're saying her name, just like, hey, what's going on over there? Amy's. You know, like, that's how,
Bareback.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. If they already filmed it, it wouldn't have mattered.
That's it.
That's all I'm saying. Min comes to Matt, and he's just basically like, fuck you, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And then she's like, by the way, the emergency wants to talk to you about the horn. Bring it. He's like, all right, fine. That one's
Dude's been listening to the fucking
that one's going.
Princes. Is it Two Princes? What's the name of that song? It's a terrible song.
Is it We
from
Lead
the
as Two
90s?
Kings?
No. Kick-Ass Duke.
Is it Kick-Ass Duke?
I
Slightly
think it's
smaller
Two
cape,
Princes.
slightly smaller
Yeah,
scepter.
Spin Doctors. Spin Doctors song pretty much going on with Two Princes. That's what he's listening to. And it's terrible for him.
Yeah, that one's go loud. That one's go in.
Oh my gosh.
It's the best work you've done in a long time.
That is so good, Joe. That's
my
perfect.
favorite- my favorite part from the whole show, I think. This whole episode, I was just like, love that.
Oh,
Love
that's so good.
This Matt's like, sorry.
Thank you for doing
Sorry,
that.
back
That
to
was awesome.
Back to seriousness, but real quick.
Oh my god. That forced smile on his face, like pretending that he's laughing, was
Like,
so good.
yeah. Anyway, so Elaine has this random moment where she just wants to put the crown on her own head, which I guess is fine. But then she gets interrupted by Gabriel, and they do what they have always done forever, for as long as time.
Even though she's only 20, right? She's been drinking since she was 15.
Old enough. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's true. I drank when I was 15, but not with someone who's my mom's boyfriend.
My mom's boyfriend. That's a different show. So we find out that Gareth Bryan was also dismissed, and the people of Andor are unhappy such that they're actually considering trying to tear Morghast down. Again, there are hints of that to a certain extent, obviously, when Rand's there in book 1. But it just I don't.
That probably has something
why.
to do. Probably took a while for them to get the courage up after she murdered the heads of the houses, right?
You know my thoughts there.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Fuck you for that. It's just like, what's the point of dirtying Morghast, right? And then showing her as this supposedly decent mother and that kind of thing. Like, obviously, we have a whole other season to explore, so we'll see what the fuck happens. But it's just, I don't know. To me, it's just not what the fuck I needed to see.
Right.
Why?
Well, do you want to see the fun scene?
Why wasn't it what the fuck you needed to see?
Because it's not the hell's in the book.
It's a good point.
And it doesn't add
That's
much
very
to
good.
me.
Very good.
Morghast being different, she already has an arc that doesn't need her to be a dirty fucking murderer of children and
I don't
people
think it's that
swearing
crazy,
allegiance.
man. It's not that separate from who she is in the book. Like I said, I think a little bit of that is
Totally disagree.
the Gabriel influence thing, but maybe.
You know where Jono's at right now? Hey, let's ready to record.
Yeah.
Let's
That's
ready
where Jono's at right
Let's
now.
Let's ready to record.
Let's ready to record.
Let's ready to finish record too, because I'm
Hey, let's go to the next scene that's really fun.
All
with
right, so
Swan and
Matt gives the horn to Swan, which is what should have been done with Moraine already. I don't know. I do kind of like how Swan just very quickly manipulates him to being like, "Hey, you're being stupid, and anybody that wants to take that from you can."
But she was so good at making him confess to everything that, she set him up. It was perfect, and she allowed him to graciously relinquish it.
It's a direct quote from from book 3 too.
Yeah,
all of that. I fucking love that they used it. I really, I mean that. I'm really glad they used that stuff, because to me, it's one of the most resonating things about Matt, and I feel like it actually gets through to him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I get that he just oh, okay. And how do I get it? He never asked how he gets it back or anything. If there had been a little more context and meat to it, I'm fine with it.
Gwen cries after he comes. God makes the lights.
Jono, can you focus on what we're talking about and not typing comments?
Yeah, seriously. Can you just
we're trying to get through to the
I mean, we're over 3
Cunt,
hours.
cunt. Sorry, apologies for that.
I blame myself. You know, that's okay.
You keep highlighting it.
So we get Morgaze talking to Elaine for the second time, and that's when they're basically like, "Okay, you can stay. It's fine."
Is that when they scissor?
Morgaze?
No, that's next.
No, God, that's my bad. That's my bad.
It's not even this season. This episode wraps up with kind of, well, not wraps up, but like Moraine and Rand have an interesting conversation about like what it is to deal with the one power. And I think this is kind of setting up. I don't know. What do you get? Like,
oh, Jono's clapping. He liked it.
not
You liked that?
Asmodean per se, but we have 7 of the 8 names, and Asmodean is suspiciously absent. And I'm wondering if he'll be the last one.
I'm sure he'll be there.
Or the reason they brought in Gabriel so early to like shove him into that role?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, but it seems I don't know. If you were going to carve off some of the Forsaken, wouldn't Asmodean
we talked about Asmodean
high on your list to keep? You know,
yeah,
just because of his
we
role?
talked about him in fuck.
What?
We talked about there was an Avatar. Where the fuck would that have been though?
An Avatar?
I should probably defer. There was something where like we see all the different I think it's in season 1. I don't.
Oh, you mean the different Forsaken? That was the Warder episode that Joe loves. Joe's favorite episode.
Yeah, it's my favorite episode. Yeah.
When it's Stepan he's like praying to them or like he's warding them off. Yes.
Yeah. Is it that episode?
Yeah.
Where would that have been though?
That was in his room in the tower before he, to himself.
So he had them.
The wooden saint.
Yes. That's when we were talking about it last time. I said, well, there are a lot of concepts that are introduced in that episode that make it kind of like important because he tells the whole he talks about all of them. They were like the only thing that had left of his mother.
Gotcha.
As of episode 2, Gabriel is just a lovely Andoran prince consort.
Yeah.
That's true. It's very, very fair.
It's true. Yeah. So
there is, like Line of Fool said, there is a behind the scenes scene of Samuel in the Waste. Maybe Samuel somehow takes that role. That would be.
Samuel's too angry, isn't he?
Yeah, but also if he was forced into that, he would hate it, and that would make it more interesting with a fight later with him. And I also do feel like Samuel as a Forsaken kind of like starts and stops short a little bit. Like you don't get to see a whole lot of him. There's a there's a fight, but like
and Shadar Logoth.
Yeah, but that's kind of like, I mean, I don't know. It's I'll be interested to see what they do with the last one we haven't heard the name of yet. Anyway, Morgaze says goodbye.
Good night, Morgaze.
Fine, you can have my daughter and my sons. See you later. But I'm leaving Elida here, which is basically the point of that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. you get this dumb bitch who was runner-up and is going to court a lot of fucking public opinion. So it's not great for Swan.
No, this isn't great. I mean, again, I think this is the beginning of like we saw the beginning of it with the Andrin, but like Swan very quickly swatted that down with like, "You're a dark friend, and that's why you're a liar," But I think Elida's going to very quickly be like, "Those weren't lies. You actually did all those things." And
well, I don't want to bring that up because technically the lies that were brought up that were supposed to be against custom and law didn't really. If they were against custom, yes, but law not so much.
Yeah,
but
we call him
first. Don't cut him
I
short.
think I said he falls
Uh-oh.
short. But yeah, he is short. He is short. The last one will be Asmodean. I mean, all right. You heard it here first.
That would be
Everyone,
cool. All right.
Glenn, the geeky hippie.
All right,
Well, we
Glenn, thank
talked
you.
about it.
Glenn,
The last
I'm
one will be
assuming-
Asmodean.
I'm assuming, Glenn, did you read that on MySpace?
Yeah, he
Because
did. And
that's
you know
the
where
only
you can
thing-
find more news like that? MySpace.com/tWoTcast. The new Twitter of Time, MySpace.com/Taffy. That's where you get
Damn.
all the news about the Wheel of Time, season 1, 2, 3, and the books. We got all the news on book 15's coming out. We got all the news on that.
All right, let's finish this shit out.
MySpace.com.
All right, so first off, so where we were, Rand's speech with Moraine, I
Yeah.
actually really enjoyed it. I think this is one of my favorite conversations he has. It's legitimate. This is Rand as a character, because most of the shit that he's said in at least this first 2 episodes, he's not doing anything. He's not a piece of importance. But this is him talking about channeling, talking about this. I found it very, very interesting. I really liked
cool.
It was also
he was paying attention too.
It was very well done from the show's point of view too. That's not a fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's like legitimately like this is how that should be fucking done.
Yeah.
What else we got here? Rand's bar will be noise long. It's true. I appreciate again, Chan. Bring us home. What's the last scene here, Joe?
That's basically
someone
it.
draw that.
This is Tom's influence.
Draw that.
Yeah, this is Tom's influence on the show. Every time we're like, Tom, what's your opinion? We're just gonna put this up.
Oh, I was thinking that someone would just draw Tom in place of Hesselon.
No, that'd be silly.
What about Hesselon in place of Tom?
Oh, we're already past that. All right, we got the IEO waste. They show up. They see it. It's over the mountains. It's amazing.
And then what
Rand's
happens?
looking at it. A bunch of IEO very unquickly run out of.
Aren't they Tardad? Why is Avienda so mad about them knowing? Like,
yeah, Avienda's like, who the fuck?
She's like, who told you tell? Who did you tell? Like, why? That
we
was
were
kind of
coming.
weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, because it's Rourke and not Amy's, but Bear who walks up. But like, I don't know. Is that fucking like what is that? Why is she so mad?
Maybe they were trying to. I don't know, but they were trying to like.
Wouldn't she be like, "Oh, it's my friends," and
right?
That's my job was to get you here, and now that you're here, I think I'm gonna.
Yeah, that was one of the weirdest things in
this.
this. There's a lot of weird moments in this episode that don't. Why would Avienda do that?
I think is she just mad? Like, why would she care? Why
Are they
would
trying?
she care?
Are they trying to build the suspense of that? Oh, all of a sudden there's these Aiel like trying to make a
there's
vibe
scary
of
Aiel that
danger
came out
or
of
something.
Yeah. Baronut Amy's.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baronut Amy's walks up. I don't know. I mean, like, it's pretty cool that they're all there and everything, and I guess like. But you're right. But Avienda being like, "Who the fuck did you tell?" Like, is a little weird.
It's very strange.
Like, oh, hey, my people are here. Everything's cool.
Right.
I think that the only reason it would make sense is because they're technically 200 yards outside of the waste.
They're just short. She wanted the credit for delivering the potential car.
Oh, okay. Well,
she's like, "God damn it, Rourke's gonna steal the show now."
Well, I mean,
I just think that they're too
she
far.
brought them there.
My what I was gonna say is I think that they're
and now it's Wise One business. Okay,
it's weird that they are in the spine technically, right?
Uh-huh.
Where they are is not in.
Surprise! This is going to be my big moment to prove why I should be maiden and not a Wise One. Oh,
okay. Guess what? Her maidenhood has been popped.
Amy's Bear said Abby wants to hide from the Tardad because she knows what's next for her. Okay.
Oh,
yeah, but all right, fair. All right, that actually makes sense. Her being fearful of being turned into a Wise One actually makes sense. But in that moment,
it's
you're
like-
like, that's a little
okay.
That felt
But
strange.
then shouldn't she have switched with?
Well, but I don't know, because she
Jane or
wouldn't. She
Gia?
would expect, if she's going back to the threefold land, she's got to expect that she's going to see a
Strength
wise
women
one,
be
and they're
women.
going to.
Strength
Okay.
was right.
All right, that's the
Come
only.
on.
Well, that's
conclusion
Come on,
tWoTcast.
there.
Taffy. You know
Yes,
that.
Yeah.
You know that, Taffy.
I do.
Do you know? Do you
We
guys
actually
know what time it is?
don't. We don't
But
accept
it's women do be women.
Women do be
Oh.
women.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an old saying from my aged grandmother.
Aged.
Women do be women. She used to tell me all the time. I don't know if you knew that. She's very aged, though.
So aged.
Even at the time when I was 5, she was very aged.
Uh,
Jono, ratings.
I'll give
How
it
do
a
you feel about episode 2,
6.9.
Jono? Scale of 1 to 10. Billy Zane's.
I'll give it a 6.9. There were a few just shuddering kind of like, what the fuck?
6.9. That's where you're at right now.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I actually think that the last episode was better in some ways, but way worse in a
Really?
few options.
Did you remember that Alana springboarded over a fucking fireball?
But from like a
remember
level
that?
of interest. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. So 6.9.
You're just at a. First of all, we don't have 6.9. Just 7 or 6.
he could do
7.
6.9.
All right,
Come on.
fine.
Just let him do
6.9.
it.
Taffy.
Now, Jono, are you going to do your finger like above the?
Oh, I will.
Point to it.
Oh, that's the old. That's the old thing. I don't have that anymore.
Oh, okay.
Just covers us up. Taffy, what's your rating? What's your Billy Zane rating for
There's
episode
some
2?
cool stuff in this,
Yeah.
but there's also a lot of weird little things in it that don't make sense to me. 6 is my first.
Okay.
420. Okay. And I'm not saying I didn't like it. I liked it, and there's a lot of cool stuff in it, but there was too many things that didn't feel like, I don't know. Maybe I like I think
Do what you're doing. Do what you're doing.
Okay. Maybe if I watch it a third time.
Nope, just do what you're doing.
No. Okay. 6. I'm giving it a 6 because there was stuff in it that I just didn't quite like. I enjoyed it as a whole, but there was like stuff that didn't like. I don't want to. The whole thing with Avienda, and just there was a lot of weird little things that I didn't enjoy. Yeah. The first one, I watched it and I'm like, oh, this looks so cool. And and this one, there's cool things in it, but not the whole episode together. I couldn't wait to watch it again type of thing. But hopefully that changes.
I don't know. There was a lot of the Andor royal family in this that I really enjoyed. Some like there is also a lot of stuff that I'm like, what the fuck, kind of thing. So I'm kind of with you, but like I think overpoweringly I care more about what was going on with Morghese and the introduction of those characters and Gabriel and Elaine than I care to admit.
Okay.
I don't know.
I love that.
No, that's cool.
That
I'm glad that you're enjoying seeing all that come to life. That's cool.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of I think I was enjoying that. But you're right. Fuck. I was gonna give it a 7, but I think I'm at a 6.
I love that.
We're matching right now, Taffy.
Yeah,
2 episodes in a row.
I actually like this more than you guys. Like versus
yeah, you
the others.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
I think it's because the changes in the first one were jarring. Like
It could be, yeah.
And I think
It
it
could be.
really didn't settle. I think if you watch the first episode again, you'll enjoy it more.
I doubt it.
Because okay.
I've watched
Swan
the
Matt
first
was
one
awesome.
twice.
John was giving the highest score.
Yeah.
You're right. I can't do it. I'm changing my score. 7.
Yeah, like the scene with Matt and Swan, I loved it. I just drank it up. I'm like, this is so fantastic.
There were some cool scenes in this. Like, and I don't know.
The beginning of the show was cool.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. You please. I already spoke. Go ahead.
I don't know. I was just gonna say, like, I think there's just, as an episode, nothing really strong happened. I mean, like, cool stuff. The plot moves along, but like nothing crazy.
Oh, is that
amazing.
What it is? Right.
And that's kind of why I was like,
I can that's the thing in his favor
all day long, but like, really, at the end of the day, I can't like score it super high because it's just like, like
it was a good episode. To me, that's the piece in its favor.
Not a filler episode, but it's setting up the season. Like kind of.
It's decent filler versus fucking up reality.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.